I could get from him and all the knowledge. And I think my father, one of the important things that my father taught me is how to manage money. That's so important. I mean, I knew at age 17 that I had to have good credit, you know, and that seems so minor, but it was just so huge for me, and I think it's really helped me in my life to this day.
Thank you, Russ. Kenny, describe your relationship with your father growing up.
Dave, you always start with the hardest question to answer first. For me, I did not have a relationship with my father at all. I met my dad when I was 23 years old. I had already had my family in play. A few months after I met him, we buried him. And so I had no background on him, nothing to really speak of, and nothing that he has imparted in my life. But I will say this, he was married, he had 7 other boys, and he was a great father to him. So one of the questions that I've always struggled with is how was he able to find a way to be a loving father to my other brothers, but not a way to love me. So that has always been my struggle.
Brother Wade, describe the relationship that you have with your father growing up.
I'm going to try to choose my words carefully since my dad is here. You know, I kind of, you know, in the first 8 years of my life, you know, my dad was kind of in and out. I lived with my mom. And as I talk about a lot in my book, my mom's struggles and addiction to drugs, etc. My mom went to jail, and I had to move with my dad. My sister kind of dropped me off at my dad's house, like, here you go. And so at that point, you know, my dad had to step up to the plate and become the leader that I needed. So my dad was very militant. You know, he's one of them dads who never hugged you. He never told you I love you. He was militant on, you know, the way that we should do things, how he wanted things. So in a sense, you know, my relationship with him was kind of, I ain't gonna say we wasn't friends because I was scared to, you know, he had me scared to cross that line, but I respected him for teaching me, you know, certain ways that I even use now with my own kids. So, you know, I had a respect factor with my dad. It wasn't a loving, you know, relationship, but it was more so a respect factor of a man I seen get up every morning, go to work, come home, try to teach his kids the game of basketball, and do it all over again. So I respected, you know, what he tried to install in us.
Thank you. Brother Etan, describe the relationship you have with your father growing up.
Well, when I was growing up, my parents were divorced. I was about in 1st grade. And a lot of the people around me, a lot of the guys around me went in a lot of different directions. And that's really why I wanted to write this book in the first place, because I wanted to tell young people that just because you come from a so-called broken home, or just because you have one parent, doesn't mean that you can't be successful in life. And that was really my motivation for this. You know, my mother's here, somewhere over there.
Mom, raise your hand.
Yep.
Where's Mom?
Yep.
Y'all give it up for Mom.
And she raised me and my brother by herself. And I always heard all the negative statistics about what's going to happen if you come from a broken home. That you're going to end up in jail, drop out, something bad, pregnant, something terrible. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to get a lot of men, you know, who people recognize, kind of echoing different things to young people that were inspiring to tell them that you can make it. Doesn't matter where you come from, no matter what the statistics say. And it's hard. So I wanted to break down each topic. Now, there's topics of getting over anger, which I had to do, learning how to forgive, which I had to do, you know, getting the pull of wanting to join gangs or something like that, because the gang is like becomes your family, and the OGs are like your father figures, you know, and y'all take out after each other. So all of those things were things that I was dealing with when I was younger, so I wanted to create something to just show young people that you don't have to go that way.
Okay. Brother Rucker, describe the relationship you have with your father growing up.
I was privileged to have and continue to have a wonderful relationship with my father. We have a very intimate relationship. My father has always articulated to me that I changed his life, and he's definitely changed mine. You know, he's told me that, you know, he used to have dreams about me before I was born, before I came to him, you know. So I kiss my father. You know, we tell each other we love each other all the time. So it's always been a very close relationship, you know, and it's been one that shaped me in a variety of different ways. My mother, of course, as well, has been obviously very instrumental, as most mothers are. But again, we can't take that for granted either. That could be a panel too. Those, you know. But again, very, very incredible man, and You know, I wish he was here for you all to meet him. My mom's probably here, but I come from two incredible people. But he's definitely had a very, very powerful impact. But, you know, my father, in a way, it can be a man of many words, but at the same time, a man of few words. He only had to put his hand on me once or twice, but he made his point, you know. So, but more than anything, he taught me the other things. My father really taught me how to communicate, how to be open as a man, learning how to articulate your feelings, dealing with, again, some of the feelings that we've all talked about, this anger, the pressures on the outside, but really not only communicated to me, but also I believe a lot of what's taught by fathers to boys and sons is not what's said, but it's what you do. And you model it just by example. And he did that in a variety of different ways. So yeah, he's been an incredible influence to me.